presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Let's go to Andy in Boulder, Colorado. Hey, Andy, what's going on, brother?
Not much, Tom. How you doing?
I'm great, man. Yourself?
Pretty good. Hey, congratulations on the grandbaby.
Yes, thank you. I know. Tommy just sent me a picture. I mean, it's gorgeous out right now. He just was taking him out for his first walk this morning.
All right.
He's growling and prowling already.
Yeah, I bet.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Happy St. Patrick's Day, folks. May your neighbors respect you, trouble neglect you, the angels protect you, and heaven accept you. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 449, NASDAQ off 117, S&P's off 54. Gold contract up $65.40, $2,005 an ounce. Silver up $1, $22.71 an ounce. Light sweet crude down $1.68, $66.67 a barrel. Notes and bonds. A 10-year note up a full point plus 19 ticks, traded at 115.25. 30-year up a full 2 points plus 4 ticks at 132.23. And King Dollar down 1,300 ticks, trading 76.88. The euro is at 106. The yen is at 131, and the British pound is at 121 to 1 U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at it. We'll look at the futures first. We had option expiration coming in next 60 minutes. We have tested this low a few times. Well, we've only tested it once, actually. So let's see what we have here. The first level down there, we had 42,000 contracts. We just tested it with 40. Well, we'll see if you get any juice. You might go to the top of this range here, because when we look at the NQs have been stronger since yesterday. And the NQs right now, you actually had a higher, you had a higher one. So the NQs probably will go up to the where we were about an hour ago. That's game. Right now, the NQ is 12,623. That's 12,669 or something. That right in that area here. That's what I expect we're going to do. And then if we bring these up on a daily basis, and we take a look at these on the daily basis, what you're going to see is that, bottom line, you get a sideways move. You actually get light volume pulling on the way back. So I suspect what's going to happen, we're going to consolidate here, because you'd have to build more cars in order to blow this through now, because of the way that we actually, we were rejected. We had come down. So we had come down on Monday and never made it to the swing point. The swing point that we're talking about is 374. We got down to 380. Then you basically, we went up with good volume yesterday. You're backing down, but you're backing down into 187 million shares, and right now you've only done 101. Then we go into the Qs, and the Qs look to me, folks, that, longer term we're still going down, but shorter term this thing wants to hit this swing point up here, the swing point that brings you back to the end of January, the beginning of February. You had big volume yesterday. It took out the swing point. You're backing down a bit today. We'll see where it goes. Gold. So physical gold is gone like gangbusters. There's no two ways about that. You got to look at this intraday move. And Fridays are always a trip. There's no doubt. In this particular case, you had buyers in an extraordinary way. So what you have here, we took out the swing, And that swing is going to be taken out with volume. Let me just look at something for a second. Okay, so if I do this one here, let's just see what we got. Yeah, okay, so that one doesn't work. GC1, but what I was just looking at is that if, in fact, I'm going to put this on a continuous contract to see if we have a larger ABC up, that pulled back too fast, to more than a 0.618. So when you're gauging an ABC structure up, but that one didn't. Oh, I like it. Okay. Yeah, you can have a much larger ABC up here, and if that's what we have, this is going to be some fun. Okay, so we got 16, 13, and 19. That's like 320. Yeah, you're on the way. This is I see what's going on. Yeah. Well, let me get this again. So you get 16, 13, 19, like 50 something. I'm sorry. What's happening, folks? This monitor, I gotta get it closer to me. Which is going to get you into the $2,200 area. That's how this is shaking out right now. If we go inside the NDX 100 and take a look at the strength versus the weakness inside the NDX, what you have out here, NVIDIA's up 1.6%. You got, what is this? Oh, Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers up 1.5%. eBay's up 1.5%. Adobe's up 1.3%. Taken away from it, you have Enphrase is down 9%. You got Pacecar off 3.5%, Facebook's off 3.5%, Pinduoduo is down 3.5%. If we go inside the Dow Industrials, we take a look at the Dow Industrials point-wise. There's only 3 stocks that are in the positive in the Dow Industrials. In the negative, you have Goldman Sachs negative 70 points. This is putting into the Dow Industrials now. Travelers 51, JP Morgan 32, Caterpillar 35, and Amgen 30. We take a look at the couple of these big banks, and I suspect over the weekend, the way this normally shakes out, folks, they made it through the week. First Republic, they put the bread in it yesterday, but guess what? You're trading down $11. If we closed here, that would be a closing low. Yeah, so I suspect over the weekend you're going to, they're basically going to take it over. Something's going to fly. They're not going to let this open next week when they already put the bread into it and it didn't work. Pac West looks like the same deal. Pac West right now, that's trading down $1.91. You're at $9.51. We'll see whether they can get someone to basically take them over. And what's going to be really intriguing, there's no doubt, is to see, after the financial debacle in 2007, what had actually happened, which was really weird. They had these banks take over other banks, but then they shafted them at the same time with the problems that some of these other banks had. So it's like trying to get someone to take over a bank, and, so you have this bank taking over this bank. Well, this bank had plenty of problems in 2007, right? Well, what actually ended up happening is that if this bank was taking this one over and then it comes in here, well, it ended up being that bank's problem. You think that they, listen, I'm not sticking up for the banks. I'm just saying that's like insane that they force them to take it over and then you have to take their problems. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Currencies, commodities, and bond markets are as important as ever right now with how they're driving the volatility in equity markets across the globe, which is why it's a great time to try out Teddy Kegstad's Tiger Forex Report. Teddy Kegstad breaks down the Forex markets every Monday using his 30-plus years of experience as a trading veteran of futures, Forex, stocks, and options. Teddy releases his weekly Tiger Forex Report every Monday morning with coverage of all the major currency pairs, including the dollar index, the euro dollar, pound dollar, dollar Swiss, dollar yen, as well as many more, and he also has weekly coverage of the crude oil market and the 30-year T-bonds, as they both influence Forex markets tremendously. When you sign up for the Tiger Forex Report, you also gain instant access to Teddy's 60-minute webinar archive he just hosted, Forex Strategies and Fundamentals, What is Behind the Tiger Forex Report. For all the details and to start your 30-day Tiger Forex Report subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Are you looking for a way to consistently add winning trades to your portfolio? Tom O'Brien is here to help. Tom O'Brien has been successfully trading markets for over 30 years. A frequent contributor to TD Ameritrade Network and CNBC, Tom O'Brien founded TFNN over 20 years ago to help educate investors just like you. Tom's daily market newsletter, Market Insights, is published every morning when the market's open to give you the competitive informational edge you need to succeed. These newsletters are packed full of Tom's advanced technical analysis and are geared to deliver comprehensive strategies for a successful portfolio. Get Tom O'Brien's newsletter, Market Insights, today and try all of our products and newsletters 30 days risk-free with our money-back guarantee at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 382. You get the NASDAQ off 78. S&Ps are off 42. Let's go to Tom in Pittsburgh. Hey, Tom, what's going on, brother?
Hey, Tom, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
I'm doing great. Hey, Tom, you mentioned a couple of more banks going belly up. So I've been looking at the FAZ, and I wanted to get your opinion. Is there any more juice to get out of this thing, or should I wait for a pullback? I'm looking at a spike high here at 31.47. And what's your thoughts?
So let's take a look at it. So the FAZ, folks, is the direction 3 times bear of the financial sector. So let's take a look first off what's inside of this. Okay, so I see. Okay, JP Morgan, MetLife. Yeah, I'd wait.
Okay.
You know, because with what's happening when I just pulled this up, this is mostly the First Republic, yeah, I think it's going to be gone. But the aspect of what's inside of that, I suspect the First Republic's not totally priced in yet, but it's got to be priced in quite a bit. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't own it yet, that's a different ball game. I mean, 2 weeks we just went from 15 to 25, and what happens with these triples is that you don't want to basically. They do recharge themselves every day. So that's important to understand. What happens is that when you get to even the 25 number, if in fact, I suspect that, let's picture that they basically a couple banks get bought, they go down, whatever they is. Then what you're going to have simultaneously, the Fed's going to come out with something out of their pocket, right? They're going to have to, right? So, the question's going to be then, okay, does that negate it for a bit? I'd wait because there's going to be, this market is, going to have plenty of chances. The banking system itself, the KRE, I would say a lot of the juice is already out of this trade. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I mean, the KRE, the same deal. That thing just went from you're at 43 right now, it went from 60 to 43.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll just wait then and see how things shake out next week.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one.
Thanks, Tom.
Let's go take a look at the oil market. This oil market is something else, folks. Okay, let's take a look at it. And what has happened is that we put this oil market up. Yep, it's cracking. We were looking at this yesterday, but now what's happening is it's closing at its lows. So the way this is set up, and what happened in the oil market too, folks, I'll bring up the story for you. So, yeah, now you broke the lows. Right now we're at 66. I see, 66.45. You know, the next leg on this thing is, yeah, it's like $45, man. See, let's pull this up. This is pretty amazing. See, what very well could happen. What happened in the oil market this week, this leg down had to do with, let's see if I can get this for you, because this is like crazy, like how one thing can push another. And what happened is that there was a huge amount of options. So options on futures, folks, are a real trip, okay? If you've never traded them, there's something else. And what ended up happening is that a huge chunk of options on futures went into the money. This is yesterday, because they expired yesterday, okay? Now, as they expire yesterday, what ends up happening is that all the dealers, okay, in the futures market have to finally basically move. And the bottom line is that they didn't have a good delta. Normally, you get a delta neutral, okay? As many as you get on one side, you get on the other. Now, that's bottom line. It moved too much. They went in the money. As they went in the money, the futures, they had to sell more inside the futures. And what's going on in the next expiration, we're also close to that whole area. So when you get cascades like that, it's a huge deal, you know, because that's, if we've found anything out, you don't really get to, when these cascades start, you don't know actually when they're going to stop. And they go from place to place to place. Now, I have no idea why, you know, oil's gotten pushed down so dramatically. It's probably just too big. It was just probably too expensive. But the bottom line, that's what happened inside of the oil market. We go into the, let's look at the, oh, I know. We got Pan American Silver. Let's take a look at Pan American Silver. So Pan American Silver, see that what's still intriguing here is I'm going to go through some of these golds and silvers for you. Tigers, they're asking, you know, some of these just, you know, they're not as strong as the gold market themselves. It doesn't mean they won't get that way, though. Pan American Silver, yeah, it's taking a swing point out. You know, I suspect it will still go to the highs, but it's not, well, hold it might be an ABC up. 1 second. It's 5.2. Yeah, it's going to be an ABC up. It's a small one, but it's a good one. Let's see. 1480. You almost got $2. So that gets you into 1825. We go take a look at El Dorado. El Dorado is ready to break this high, I think. Yeah, it is. Now, this is what you want to see. See the way this is coming in? This is going to be a monster break. This is going to be a monster ABC up, too. This is coming in with volume. You got monster volume, 2.7 million. One swing had 2.4 million. Another swing had 1.3. This is a beauty. Okay, let me see what we have here. I'm going to put this on a weekly. Yeah, this is big. Okay, so watch this. This gets wild. Okay, 520. Okay, so we got 470. That's going to get you 1280. And your swing point up there is 1248. That's an ABC up to 1280. We go, Barrick is moving. Barrick's been moving all day. That's an ABC up too. It's not an ABC up, but that's what you want to see. You want to see these expansions. Let's go to Newmont. We take a look at Newmont. Newmont has the expansion. That's what you're looking for. We go take a look at an EcoE, Anglo Gold. Anglo Gold's a small ABC up. Yep, exactly. So that B point there, that's 2040. 1670, about 350. That's going to get you 22. That's going after its highs again. GFI is the small ABC up too. And I suspect what you're gonna probably have here, folks, is that as you're coming into the close, I expect those gold and silvers will probably get a little more action also. Dow Industrials right now are down 389. Nasdaq is off 83. S&Ps are down 44. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my Gold Report. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, JDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Chart allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 360. Nasdaq is off 71. S&P's off 41. And let's go into the GDX and take a look at the GDX out here. Yeah, there you go. You got an ABC up there, that's for sure. So that one there, I should have moved this thing closer. 1 second. There we go. That is going to be a little bit better. Okay, so GDX-wise, let's see what we got here. You got 29.83. Okay, at $3, which is 31.50. No. Yeah, 31.50. You're almost there. We already made it 31.05. Now you got to remember something, that inside of the gold market, folks, loves to do a 1 to 1.382 or 1 to 50 ABC structures when they do them, and that's on the way down as well as on the way up. So I suspect you're going to get a lot more action out here. Let's go take a look at the dollar. For the dollar, yeah, it's It's down 600 ticks. It was down 1,200 ticks. It just basically come back a bit. I think it did. Let's see. Yeah, slightly. Come back slightly. But because of the way that we had that strength that came in on Wednesday, bottom line is still backing down into that area. Well, we don't have volume on the dollar, but FNV, oh, look at this baby. Now, these are the ones, these are the streamers, folks, okay? The streamers, this is when the streamers can make money hand over fist. Look what this thing did. Franco-Nevada is up $7.50, blew away a B point, almost at the highs again. This one here, inside the range. Let me put this on a monthly. Yeah, this has been a consolidation for a long period of time, so I suspect it's going to try to get to the highs of the consolidation once again. The highs of this consolidation up here, we're talking about 168. Let's switch gears for a second and go over to the oil market and take a look at the XLE. Yeah, no traction. No traction whatsoever. So the oil market is getting hit good. I mean, hey, listen, what this is saying a couple different things, okay? We know we have trouble in the banking business, period, okay? Now, the real kicker is going to be, you know, how do they, well, first off, is that going to continue, you know, for the next couple months? And I suspect there's a lot of other banks that we don't know about yet that are actually in trouble. And the kicker here, this is what the kicker is, you know, now that the stories are coming out, of course, about Silicon National Bank and Signature Bank, you know, these are things that were definitely known inside of the supervisory division of the Fed, you know. And the real question is that, well, why did they move faster? It seems like that none of these folks really understand the trading aspect, because the banks actually ended up being just big hedge funds. That's the reality. And the money aspect that they're putting in. So just picture that how much inflation, you know, has actually gone. So I was just doing something last night with one of my friends. We were just talking about inflation in general. So $8.89 right now, folks, right, has the buying power of $1 in 1968. Yeah, $8.80, $1 in 1968. Now, this is what's really wild, though, about the aspect of long-term capital. Like, they just had to put $30 billion into the, you know, deposits for 90 days. Well, what 90 days is all about, folks, the only thing that 90 days is all about is the aspect that to try to get rid of the, you know, First Republic Bank to someone else, break it up, whatever they got to do with it, to basically, you know, keep people whole. Well, I believe long-term capital was something like, it was either $2 or $3.4 billion. I mean, it was such a small number, it was unbelievable. Now, that was 1998. So you can see what has happened with leverage from even 1998 to now. The leverage that is out here inside the banking system is, like, insane, you know. So the real kicker is going to be, do other smaller institutions, or, you know, maybe actually probably not too small institutions, are they going to start getting a bank run? You know, we'll see. EQX. Let's see what we got here. So EQX, this is Equinox Gold Company, operates mine and development projects in the Americas. Let's see what we got. Just trying to see. The low is 235. The high is 907. Come on. Okay, look at this. They must have took someone over. This is, okay, so this is a producer. And it takes in big money, $253 million a quarter. Yeah, you get an ABC up here. See, inside of the gold and silver market, you have ABC ups everywhere, folks. That's the bottom line. This one here, we get 439 is the B. You have 340, so it's about $1. So you get 502. You're at 450. The swing highs are 490. You can expect that most of these are going to be going after those swing highs. That's how these normally shake out. And, I suspect what's also going to happen here is that because, let's go to the XAU and the HUI, because what you had of the movement in them, and because both of these, the XAU, the HUI, they did expect exactly what they were supposed to do. They went back to the November 8th deal. They rejected the lower price, had lighter volume. Now you get the run happening once again. XAU's up $6.50. Gold Bugs Index. That's up $13.50. Both hit the same place. Now, what does happen, and this is cool, that if you're trading, these are the equities. It'll be interesting to see when we get up to the highs again, because when we get to the highs, this would almost be 100% move. Not quite, because what we did on this retracement, because it was a big retracement, man, from the highs to the low. We did there we go, the 618 retracement, man. That's what we did. From the last run higher, from the run in October to the highs in January to the lows in February and March, that was a 0.618 of the run. Now, when you do a 0.618 of the run, you can't expect to go break out the high the next time. What you'd like to do if you're a bull inside of those markets is that you'd like to get up almost right next to it. Then you go sideways a bit, you pull back a bit, then you have the option, the chance to bust through those highs with conviction. And, that is what basically you're looking for. And I expect the way that this crisis is coming down, there's no reason to expect that more folks won't just do that. Particularly, so picture, when I was on TD Ameritrade Thursday, I think. Yeah, yesterday, right? And they were asking me about, the crisis. My take on it, this is how it's always been. Companies blow up, banks blow up, Fed puts more money in. Sometimes it goes 10 years, 15 years, same thing happens again, does it again. Same thing happens again, does it again. That's why I actually, when me and my friend were doing the money deal, that's why you see like that the actual buying power of the dollar and of every currency in the whole world. This is a whole world deal. Now, when we look at the whole world, my take is that we still have the best structure, but it's always going to be a higher number, and it's not going to stop. And, people think that, you can pull the cord and stop it. Well, if you stop it, then that's it. And that's not going to happen. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Where do you hear this one? Oh, man, this is heavy. We're going to find some things out on this one, man. You know, I had Frank from Gloucester was calling yesterday. Thank God he has the stock and not the option, because the short in the stock on Signature. Yeah, it was Signature. No, was it Signature? Yeah, it was Signature and buying it back. No, it was Silicon Valley. It was Silicon Valley. He had the stock in Silicon Valley, shot of the stock. He'll get it back. That'll take a bit. But listen to this one. Wow, this is a trip. So it's option expiration today, right? This is sick. Okay, I got to read this to you because this is just a mind blow-up. Okay, so this will take a second, but it's worth understanding. Stock options worth hundreds of millions of dollars tied to SVB and Signature Bank are reaching expiration Friday with no certainty whether or not they can be cashed in. Listen to this. This is sick. When you're right and you're not going to be able to make money, this is really weird. People, well, I'll go through it with you first. Shares of both institutions are no longer trading. They're collapsed since they collapsed this week, throwing into doubt the ability of in-the-money option holders to exercise those contracts. In other words, traders who bet on stock declines correctly, since shares in both leaders plunge before their collapse, may struggle to collect profits. Now, what should have happened is, yeah, well, who knows? Even though they went down low, a lot of people would think we'll go low. Anyway, let me go through this so you can kind of get this yourself. There are 7,660 put options on SVB Financial worth a notional value of $114 million due to expire today. There's another 22,347 worth $178 million on Signature, according to Bloomberg calculations based on the last trading session for each stock. Assuming the bank shares are now worthless, they all represent winning bets. The Option Clearing Corporation, which provides clearing and settlement services for the derivatives, announced Tuesday that its usual process of automatically exercising options would not happen for contracts tied to Signature or Silicon. That's because when shares aren't trading, there's technically no way to value them and determine which options are in the money. An underlying security price, hear this one, because this is the scary one. An underlying security price will be shown, but members should not view this price as reliable estimate of underlying security value, which is sufficient to determine exercise decisions, the OCC said in the memo. It all means, at first hurdle, option holders will have to specifically instruct their brokers if they want to exercise the contracts. Given the valuation issue and trading halt, it's unclear how many holders will opt to do so, and if they do, how easily the transaction can settle. The fate of most options will be tied to where the shares are valued, he said. Where it's marked and whether they will be monetized, no one knows. Now, this is where this gets weird, folks. Listen to this. The buy of a put up, well, we know what the buy of put option is, okay? Now, this is the one. Based on the latest option data update, the highest open interest in puts on Signature Bank Friday is at the strike price of $50 per share. So the traders who sold those contracts and collected a premium up front, now listen to this, man, this is crazy, are now obligated to buy the stock back at that price, assuming they didn't have a hedge to their position, even though the market value may have tumbled all the way to zero. Major brokers such as Interactive, Schwab, and TD Ameritrade have indicated that they will let option holders exercise their contracts, though it remains if and when they will be able to do so. We're likely going to see a lot of confusion. Robinhood is allowing some customers help in profiting positions with no obvious solution in sight. Many angry option holders have taken to Reddit and Twitter to vent their frustration. Even if some of the put holders do manage to exercise their option without updated value, no one can say for certain which contracts are in the money. A potential solution to the valuation issue would ultimately be for the banks' stocks to get listed in over-the-counter market, according to one of the brokers. Meanwhile, margin risk is adding further complications, according to the chief strategist at Interbrokers. That's because the amount of collateral a trader needs to deposit in the account is tied to the last closing price of the underlying stock. Well, for Silicon, that was $106, and for Signature, it was $70. In other words, if a trader sold a 30 put on SVB, they still need to have sufficient funds to cover the position as it was valued at $106. This is sick. Oh, man. You may find yourself in a margin deficit as the short position is immediately marked to the last traded price. That position will persist until the depository trust company or option clearing makes a determination of the final value, which could take some time. So I should have cut to the chase, but that's it right there. That's unbelievable. So you can sell a 30 put. We know the stock's worth nothing. The last price was 106. The whole thing is pretty convoluted, and I'm sure that's a heads up for all of us that you think you get a great trade. So here's what you want to get out of that. If you're in the option market and you think that the stock's going to go out of business, the bottom line, you better close it. Because when you're going to wait for the deposit clearinghouse, that one that they said there would be pretty insane. That the last trade was in the hundreds, but we know that, the bottom line is that it's worth nothing, And when they went bankrupt, so what happened, Silicon Valley went bankrupt. So picture what happens. Silicon Valley has other assets. So the bankrupt part that you saw out here yesterday, they have a broker-dealer, they have a private equity firm. There's going to be money that's going to come out of that. And that's why you saw folks buying their bonds. It's going to basically work out like probably Washington Mutual. When Washington Mutual went down, what ended up happening is that Washington Mutual, the feds took over the bank, but then they had a bunch of other assets that the debt holders that actually bought them doubled their money. They tripled their money, actually. And I suspect the same thing's going to happen with Silicon National, because Silicon does own a lot. And we'll see how much they get for that. Now, what does happen is that the amount of the haircut will actually go from what the assets that will get sold, then it goes into the banking structure, then whatever's left over. But it looks, and this is what happens all the time, folks. Not all the time, but on a longer trade coming out with something that they have, many times it's worth more. It's a timing thing. We all know that. We trade. It's a timing thing, okay? How many times do you have your trade goes in the money? Well, normally it goes in the money. That's the real bottom line. Dow Industrials right now down 430. You get the NASDAQ off 100. S&Ps are off 49. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. So we get some bad news, folks, okay? I'm in. Dave White just passed away. And what happened, we don't know the full ramifications of it yet. We've been looking for him for 2 days. And what happened is that, so Dave, never misses a newsletter. And what happened yesterday morning is that he didn't do his newsletter, and he's been doing a newsletter for 15 years, and he's so meticulous, it's unbelievable, okay? So we start, looking for him, and we didn't hear from him. And then this morning, what ended up happening is that he didn't do it again. So Tommy, we called the cops. The cops went to the house. Nothing was there. Then Tommy sent Jacob to the house. There was a note on the door. Someone was walking his dog. Anyway, we left a note saying, Tommy said, please call us, all right? And Tommy just called me right now. So we don't really know, what actually happened. But listen, yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now? Well, guess what? That saying is this is hard to comprehend. I mean, it's unbelievable, man. Yeah, I don't know. Just, send some prayers, send some white light, Yeah, weird. Anyway, okay, so Listen, have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend. Yeah. Wow. I don't know. Anyway, Jesus.